I am Jeff.
I am Dylan.
I'm Ryan.
We are Don't Panic, and you are listening to Wolf Entertainment Radio.
That's right.
That is Don't Panic. I am Bown, and welcome to another episode of What's My Name?
Now I'm getting great, yeah. Living in the terror, I made my name, couldn't get any better. What's my name? What's my name?
On this episode, we go to Phoenix, Arizona, the land of the sun, and talk of the band that is truly a burning ball of flame in today's music, Don't Panic. A musical collaboration between guitarist Jeffrey Robbins, Ryan Head, and the front woman of all front women, Dylan Rowe. They have collectively exploded onto the scene with genre-busting music. You can't define the music of Don't Panic. Is it hard rock? Is it EDM? Is it pop? The answer to all of those is a resounding yes. Primary songwriter and producer Jeffrey Robbins brilliantly blends influences from all over into a signature sound that just can't be ignored or defined. Their music can tear at your heartstrings or kick you in the gut, all with the amazingly beautiful vocals of Dylan Rowe. In our discussion, you'll see that we came up with a word to define Don't Panic, and that is brutiful. Sometimes brutal, grab you by the balls music, all with the beautiful vocals of a true rock angel. I had so much fun with these guys. We are all self-proclaimed idiots, and you will see just how much fun a group of idiots can have. But before we delve into the lunacy, let's start out by listening to their latest single, Time Machine. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Don't Panic.
Found that box of photographs, burying all the evidence. So now we don't exist. Should I tell myself what the future brings, what I know now and what we can expect? What I wanna know that, 'cause if I had a time machine, I'd go back to change everything and everything.
today with Jeffrey Robins, Dylan Rowe, and Dylan Head, 3/4 of the band Don't Panic. Or, did I get that wrong
Yeah.
again?
It's Ryan Head.
Oh my God, what did I say, Dylan Head?
Yeah. We're all Dylan. Dylan.
Dylan Robins, Dylan Rowe, and Dylan Head.
And my other brother Dylan.
Right.
We're the Dylans.
We'll take 3.
Okay.
That's why I don't do this live.
I don't blame you at all.
Well, we're here with Jeffrey Robins, Dylan Rowe, and Ryan Head, 3/4 of the band Don't Panic. How are you guys today?
Very good. Doing good.
Doing
Awesome.
fabulous.
Let's discuss the origins of the band. How did you guys get together?
Jeffy and I used to practice across the hall from each other a long time ago, and I guess one day he decided to write a really strange song, and he was like, "Hey Dylan, do you want to sing on it?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" And I said, "What do you want it to be about?" And he said, "I don't know, something ninjas." So I wrote a nonsense song about ninjas, and he loved it. And we never changed the lyrics, which is weird because it's nonsense. And it just kind of kept going from there. Our first album was a concept album. The The Rise and Fall of a Child Star. We're not going to tell you who. Don't
I want to
say it. Don't say it. Anyways, it was a concept album, and if you listened from front to back, it takes you on a little journey of the rise and fall of a child star.
But I also understand, this is probably every band's nightmare, but there's also another band called Don't Panic
Right.
on the East Coast. And you guys were first. So what's it like having another band out there toting around your name?
It's difficult because, obviously we're all musicians, right? So we don't want to make anybody's day bad, but we also have a responsibility to protect our name and likeness. So it's a really, really, really unfortunate situation, but it's just a battle that we're going to have to continue fighting, until it's resolved, unfortunately. So, but it does get in the way quite a bit. We're constantly fighting with iTunes and Instagram and, all of the streaming platforms because our music gets mixed up very often. Every time we've released something, it either ends up on their account or their songs end up on our account. And it doesn't matter what platform it is, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, it's been a nightmare.
Right. Well, if anyone can confuse that, they're a pretty weak 3-piece band with you guys, then they've got something wrong in their head.
I actually really like their music. I do. I really like their music. I'm not a huge punk fan, but I like their music a lot, actually. I think they're really good. And I think the lead singer, his brother is in
Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup, another really popular band. So, I guess they have an opportunity to make a name, for themselves in the punk scene, which would be rad, but,
It's just a shame. It's just a shame that it's our name that they're using to make a name for themselves.
The same
Yeah.
name.
And so honestly, for us, like she was saying, like Dylan was saying, we don't really care. It's as far as social media goes now, it gets really confused. Like right now, we're dealing with the problem with Bandcamp and Eventbrite, where when you go to click on the link to buy tickets, it says "Listen to Don't Panic," and it goes to their page, and we can't get them to fix that.
yeah.
So it's like a whole. It's not necessarily like we don't want to be associated. It just sucks that our fans or potential fans are being confused.
Yeah.
Thinking that we're, a progressive metal band or a progressive rock band, and then they click the link and then there's punk rock. So
Yeah.
it's just that, you know.
So it's weird. At one of our shows, somebody showed up with a Don't Panic shirt, and I was like, "Where did you get that?" I was like, "Because that's not one of our shirts." So they were like, "Oh, I bought it online." And it's like, I don't know. I guess they went to some Don't Panic merch page or something, and they ended up buying the other person's merch and wearing it to our show.
They bought a punk shirt when they were looking for an
Yeah.
alternative rock shirt. And
Yeah,
that's
and then
great.
just recently, I don't know if they actually played out here or not. Oh, they did. Okay, they had
Or they're going to.
Or they're-
They did or they're going to.
they had a show out here or planned one or something, and literally our entire fan base out here was like, "Why are you guys playing with Bowling for Soup?" And we were like, "Ugh, don't buy tickets."
Yeah.
Don't buy tickets because it's not us. Yeah. So that's the unfortunate part of it all. I wish we could come to some sort of agreement, but we're not going to budge, and it seems like they aren't either. So it's just going to end up going in a direction that I wish we could avoid.
Well, let's get back to the band here. You guys debuted in 2014 and 15, and then took a little hiatus there. We won't get
No.
into all that, but
So we didn't exactly take a hiatus. We were still making music. I was just having tiny humans. So it was a little difficult for me to be on stage a lot larger. There'd be no way I'd fit into my outfits.
The beached whale tour.
It's like Free Willy.
We do wear a lot of black, so
I
that
do,
makes
yeah.
it checks out.
Yeah, so we were continuing to make music. It was just studio work at that point in time. We ended up writing Holy Ghost was one of the songs that we kind of tried out a little bit different of a vibe. Maybe it was a hormonal thing, I don't know, but
It was.
yeah, so during that time we were just kind of like writing softer music. Not sure we're ever going to release anything other than Holy Ghost.
Yeah, there was about 30 songs we wrote and
Yeah.
we just didn't release. We weren't very satisfied. I mean, the pandemic was weird. And
Yeah, it was
everything
really
was
strange.
just strange. So
Yeah, so right before the pandemic, I had my second son. So I went from 2016 was when I had my first, and until 2018, 19, we were just kind of in studio writing songs, laying low because I
children.
I was Free Willy for a while.
Yeah.
well, family happens, you know.
Family does happen, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. You know,
Well, that's great.
it sucked not being able to play shows, but it also would have been incredibly uncomfortable. You know,
I played a lot of shows during that time, just not with Don't Panic.
Jeffy always has like 5 or 6 projects in the work, and you never know which one's gonna have a show.
Yeah, this is like the first time in a long time. This is the only band I'm in currently.
Oh, wow.
It's usually just I'm usually in a bunch of stuff, but I just don't want to anymore.
Well, it gets to be, you know, it's this project is costly in and of itself. So, you know, having multiple projects that you're investing in, you know, financially and also your time is it can get to be a bit much, you know. And now you tour,
Yeah.
so you're tour managing, so that makes it way more difficult, I think, for you.
Yeah.
Well, see, Jeffrey, it's all your fault.
No,
It is all my fault. It's terrible.
no, he loves tour managing.
I don't tour manage that much. I'm more of a sound guy, but yes. Touring, I mean, we went to Europe last year, and not us, but I went to Europe with a different band and did a bunch of fun stuff, but yeah.
Yeah,
Enough about that. That's not us.
well, that's you.
Well, me, yeah, but yeah.
In 2022, you came out with a remix of Ninjas
Yes.
from your Dos Robot Circus album.
Yes.
And that your production, I just got to say, I don't know. I mean, we discussed a little bit earlier about how you learned all this, but man, I got to give you so much credit for your production skills.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting patted on the back right now.
Ah!
You can't see that, but they're patting me on the
He
back.
does an amazing job.
He really
It's a
does.
long reach from Salem, Oregon to Arizona there, but yeah, there's your pat.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But I have to tell you, the remix of Ninjas was not me. That was the one and only song that we had the great. That's why it's called the Corey Spots Platinum Edition, because we had him record it. And Corey, he's one of our friends. He's a really great engineer in Arizona, and we just wanted to see what he could do with that old song.
Came
And
out great.
it came out great, yeah, because we've been recorded by a lot of people, and we just never released it. We're like, nah. And that was the one time. Sorry I didn't give you that information in advance.
Yeah, but now it's just every song. Well, from there on out, like all the new stuff and all the songs that we've been releasing and been working on now is solely Jeffy, just production with everything. And it sounds great, and we love the direction it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper. Yeah, very cheap.
Well, I saw it in. I'm not sure if it was the video for Ninjas, but this interesting guitar that you had at the time.
Okay, what the old like the old Ninjas video when we were young?
Class guitar.
Oh, Class. Yes. CLAAS. I was briefly endorsed by them.
Were you were endorsed for a while though?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm saying briefly because they're gone now. The pandemic swallowed that whole company up.
Yeah.
He was a German-based luthier. I think he's still making guitars, but it's like a one at a time personal, like kind of thing.
Commissioned
Yeah.
kinda- yeah. Okay.
But yeah, if you want a weird looking guitar, hit up Alexander Class. He does it.
Do you still have it?
Oh, I have 2 of them. Yeah.
Oh, nice, excellent.
Yeah. I'll send you
That's
some
a trippy
pictures.
looking instrument. I just
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're having Nichols Guitar Company make
Yes.
you a new one
Yes.
that's supposed to be really cool.
Our close friend is a local luthier here in Arizona, and am I saying that right? Luthier?
Luthier, yeah.
Local
Luthier.
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 Oh my God.
Luther.
Anyway, he's a guitar Luther. I told you we were idiots. I warned you. He is a local great guitar maker. His name is Evan Nichols. He does Nichols guitars, and he's making me a big old beefy long scale bad boy to handle this low tuning we're doing and all this new stuff. And he just finished the LEDs on the fretboard, and then he broke it. Now he's starting over, and he's really upset.
That's gonna look really cool though.
Yeah, it's got
Evan makes really fantastic guitars.
It's flat black with red LEDs in it. It's going to be really neat looking. It's going to look like Darth Vader.
Dylan, I wanted to ask you, what's it like being in an all-male band?
Kind of smelly. kind of smelly. No, it's fine. I feel like I've only been in one project where it was all women. So I'm pretty used to working with male counterparts and writing music. Every band I've been in it's just been me, unfortunately. It'd be cool if we could get like a keyboard player or something. We used to have a cellist in Don't Panic, and she was really fantastic, and that was super cool. But life happens, and we've had a rotating cast ever since we started this project. So, yeah, it was really rad. She was an electric cellist, actually. Yeah, so she could run her cello through all these rad pedals and distortion, and it sounded really cool.
I wanted to ask you what the difference is in an audience reaction with you being in the front of the band instead of a male. I can imagine, normal rock band, all these women up front crowding the stage, but I mean, not to offend you, but with a beautiful woman fronting a band like that, I mean, the stage has got to be packed with dudes up front.
I mean, I feel like this is one of the reasons why, my persona or my facade, I guess, I don't know. I kind of try to not really promote the whole objectifying myself type of thing. So I make creative moves, fun masks, rhinestones. It's inescapable, but I try not to make the shows about my body parts,
Right.
But I mean,
Excellent.
it works for other people. It seems how we're doing things right now seems to be working for us. So I really enjoy the pageantry of performing and photographs and being creative, not only just on the music side, but also like the visual aspect of everything. So,
And also, as a female vocalist, I don't know if you or Jeffrey are responsible for the lyrics, but
Well, I'm not a female vocalist, sir. I'm a male vocalist.
I don't know. You act like a sometimes.
But are there any lyrical themes that you avoid?
Typically
I
about
mean, I'm sure, for example, it's easy for a guy to go up there and sing about sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Right.
But you guys aren't like that.
No, I mean, I feel like that's never really been my focus anyways. I prefer, I guess, something a little more cerebral, topics that most women don't sing about, I think. This past album was the first album I ever wrote that had a song on it that related to my life directly, like one of my relationships, as opposed to writing songs about other people's experiences and, random metaphorical type of double, triple meaning songs.
That brings me to what I think is a perfect introduction to Don't Panic, which is Eyes on Fire from 42. What an epic. It's hard to describe your music.
We have a really difficult time explaining to people the type of genre we are because I feel like with a lot of bands, they don't typically stick to one particular type of genre because that just gets boring and sort of old, right? So I feel like we don't put a limitation on ourselves. We'll try pretty much anything. But 42 was the poppiest songs we've ever done.
Yeah, that was a really...
Yeah, Eyes on Fire seems very radio friendly.
Yeah. So I think we were, after the pandemic, we were on this super positive kick. We were
almost
yeah,
too positive. Honestly.
Everything's gonna be rainbows and sunshine and rainbow. I don't know.
You're doing great. So just for an example, "Eyes on Fire" is not a happy sounding song. To us, that's a happy sounding song.
In comparison to our music historically, yes. "Eyes on Fire" is as close to major as we get.
16 degrees. You think you know me. I'm fast asleep in your blind side. I'm a requiem for your smoke screen. You could be dead to me. You may tell no lies. 'Cause if you find your way tonight, I'll set your eyes on fire. And if you throw away tonight, it's alright. Because the dead don't lie. The dead don't lie. 6 feet, but only skinny. Don't mean a thing to me. Live or die. I'm in between. Everything you can see.
one thing I love about you guys is that not only is your music, your music can be like a total gut punch, but man, Dylan, you can sing.
Oh, thanks.
And it's like you have this music to where you're expecting someone to just like scream over the top of it, but you don't need to.
Yeah, and
it's
it's
amazing.
So recently, Jeffy gave me The Art of Screaming. I still have yet to watch it. But it does interest me, and not that I will do that at some point. I feel like as a vocalist, it's my responsibility to know my voice completely. So I feel like I would like to explore that, and just see what happens to my style after watching that.
I look at it a lot like having a nuclear weapon. You don't have to use it, but if you got it, it's you feel better about it.
Well, typically you scream. Well, always you scream.
Yeah, not typically.
I just yell at you in the studio.
Yeah. I'm trying to back off a little bit because I do think that it sounds a lot cooler with not as much aggressive vocals going on with aggressive music. But that's whatever. I mean, that's just what I think, man.
Beautiful vocals and singing with like
Here, do this first.
brutal music. Beautiful.
Stop leaning in so goddamn close to the mic.
With beautiful lyrics and singing with with brutal music behind it. It's kind of brutal.
Ryan had everyone.
Yeah.
Ryan had
Tripping
everyone.
over my lips.
That's how we can describe your music as brutal.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's very broody.
I think we just came up with a new word.
Nice. Maybe that's our genre.
Maybe.
Brutal.
I don't think you should assume genres.
No, I don't
Not
either.
these days.
I mean, we don't assume genders, so
No,
why?
no assuming genres.
One thing I did want to ask you, you did kind of address it earlier, Dylan, was the inspiration behind the beads in your veil. Is it just to have an air of mystery, or are you actually trying to make a statement on something?
Well, I mean,
Ooh, make up something.
oh, wait.
I saw the beaded veil you have in a couple of the videos. And the first thing I thought was like Indian.
I don't remember. Oh, yeah. No one cared about Dylan until she put on the mask.
No,
You gotta say it like Batman, though. No one cared about me until I put on the mask.
No one cared about me until I put on the mask.
Sorry, dude.
Anyway, so I don't really know. I used to wear like the Venetian Mardi Gras masks and things like that, and I think I just decided one day that I wanted them to be handmade instead of purchased. So I've started making my own masks.
Multiple ones.
Yeah, multiple, and it's fun for me. I feel like it gives me another opportunity to be creative visually. Yeah, and I get compliments on the masks all the time, where it's like, I've never seen anybody wear something like that, or, sometimes we get comments on Instagram that are like, oh, you look like, glass beams.
Yeah,
they're like, you're ripping off of glass beams. I'm like, dude, we've been costuming since like 2012, so maybe just back off.
Everyone, I mean, like, to be honest, like, that whole, like, beaded over your face thing is something that's been around since, like, a very long time. Like, a very, very long time.
I mean, we've been doing it with the costuming part, we've been doing since
the 1300s, at least.
The Victorian era.
Are we?
Victorian era.
We're vampires now?
I don't know. I'm just saying things. I'm sure he doesn't have a fact check guy, so it's going to be really easy just to say whatever I want.
Oh.
That's right.
Maybe we should start this interview over and just make it really.
No, it's
Okay,
perfect.
right.
I like we could just merge in and out of it. I'm sure he's going to hate editing this anyway.
Right, probably.
Every band does covers, and you guys, one of the ones I want to talk about was an old Paramore song, which is Misery Business.
Yes.
And you guys slowed it down, and I swear, Dylan, this is the last time I'm going to rave about your voice. But my God, woman, your delivery on that song is just amazing.
Thank you so much. So the covers for me are very nerve-wracking because we don't record the same way that major studios do. So the majority of what you're hearing when you listen to our vocals or guitars, that isn't quantized, obviously, but it's a lot of it is one take.
Yeah, I'm mean.
No, I don't think so. I feel like that's helped me grow as a vocalist because the expectation is high and we want it to be able to sound the way it does on the album when we perform live.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
no real punches or edits. It's pretty much you're hearing the vocals from the beginning to the end.
yeah, I mean, we do punch here and there, but for the most part, the verses and the choruses are one take. So the whole Misery Business thing, because her voice is effing incredible, and obviously she can perform it live as well. But doing a song like that's already freaking fantastic was incredibly nerve-wracking.
I'm in a business of misery, let's take it from the top. She's got a body like an hourglass that's ticking like a clock. It's a matter of time before we all run out. I thought he was mine, she caught him by the mouth. I waited 8 long months, she finally set him free. Told him I couldn't lie, he was the only one for me. 2 weeks we caught on fire. me, but I wear the biggest smile. I never meant to brag, but I got him where I want him now. So never my intention to brag, steal it all away from you now. God, does it feel so good? 'Cause I got him where I want him now. And if you could, then you know you would. 'Cause God, it just feels so, it just feels so good. Second chances, they don't ever matter. People never change. Such a boring nothing more. I'm sorry, that'll never change. And about forgiveness, we're both supposed to have exchange. Sorry, honey, but I passed it up. Now look this way. There's a million other girls who do it just like you. Looking as innocent as possible to get to who they want and what they like. It's easy if you do it right. Well, I refuse, I refuse, I refuse. I never meant to brag, 'cause I got him where I want him now. It's never my intention to brag, and steal it all away from you now. God, does it feel so good? 'Cause I got him where I want him right now. And if you could, then you know you would. 'Cause God, it just feels so, it just feels so good. Just watched his wildest dreams come true. Not one of them involving you. Just watched my wildest dreams come true. Not one of them involving. But I got him where I want him now. Well, I never meant to break, but I got him where I want him now. Was never my intention to break, to steal it all away from you now. But God, does it feel so good? 'Cause I got him where I want him now. And if you could, then you know you would. 'Cause God, it just feels so. It just feels so good.
Well, let's talk about the band. I understand we have Ryan Head here with us.
Yes,
which
sir.
is the original guitarist, right?
Yeah. Baritone guitar and 8-string guitar.
How did you get involved with this so-called group of idiots?
I'm a fellow idiot myself. And honestly, I've known Jeffy for 20-something years. kind of like him and Dylan. We played music in different bands around the valley together, shared the stage many times, and had a friendship. And I was living in Alaska the past couple years. I came back and came back and started hanging out with Jeffy and met Dylan. And after a little while, he's like, I don't want another bass player, but if you want to play guitar, we could figure something out. So we all sat on it for a little while and decided to, let's do this. So ironically enough, I broke my hand and joined the band with a broken hand. So my expectations were very low for myself.
Expectations of you were very low too.
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. Totally
But no, this
kidding.
has been amazing. Like coming back and playing music consistently with great people and great music. Like I've never been able to play songs like this live, so it's a lot of fun being able to and being a part of something. And it's genuinely a family for us. So
Yeah.
I've known Jeffy and Colleen, can I say?
Yeah.
So his wife, I've known her since 3rd grade. So like kind of just falling back into all this. And Dylan and I have had like the same set of friends, just not known each other for 20-something years.
Yeah.
And this is the first good band Ryan's ever been in.
No.
It's an ongoing joke between us. Sorry.
Yes. So Ryan used to be in a touring band in like the early 2000s.
You should say the name, but will you bleep it out when you say it?
Well, I think you should say it.
No, how funny would that be if he was like, well, I was in the band, beep. Like it's fucking redacted.
You can totally do that if you want in post. But in the early
We're doing the
2000s.
band beep, but those guys are a bunch of beep.
Oh, my God.
Pretty much. No, I still keep in contact with the old band. We thought about doing like a reunion show at one point, then pandemic hit and we didn't do that. So the name of the band was Opiate for the Masses. We used to tour with like Ministry, play shows with Linkin Park and Avenged Sevenfold and My Chemical Romance, like back in the days of vans, and then watching them move into buses as we did also, and had a lot of fun. Yeah, that was my 20s, and took a break for a while and became a father and focused on all that stuff.
Alaska.
And then moved to Alaska. They don't believe me because I get cold quickly out here, but I was living off grid up there. I got 20 acres and just living life, and came back to reality and society, and having a good time.
Meet the Rainies up there in Alaska?
No, I never met them, but they actually were going to work on one of our neighbors' properties, and they decided they didn't want to do that. Yeah, but no, the Rainies, they actually... where they live is like 200-300 miles away, but they're like the Rainies, they play concerts out there all the time. Like you could go see them.
But I think nobody knew what you were talking about.
He did. He asked me
I
about the
don't know what
Rainies.
you're talking
Oh,
about.
you guys don't know.
I don't.
There are other people listening. So.
Yeah, exactly. There's other people outside of this room.
Explain
So
that.
yeah, the Rainies, they have that show on like a Discovery, and it's like all like homestead, like helping people with their homesteads, and they're a family of musicians, so they play. And never got to see them play, but another band, Portugal the Man, they're probably like the biggest band from Alaska. Them and like 36 Crazy Fists.
That's the one I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they moved down to Portland after a while.
Who?
36 Crazy Fists.
That's how he lost his vibrato. He wasn't cold anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the music up in Alaska was totally different. Ironically enough, I did meet some people up there and some cool shredders and played some metal and just to keep ourselves busy and have fun and get out. But doing it professionally and as a passion is, I don't know, it fills my heart with something. And I don't know, music's always there.
Well, you've all been involved in different groups or
Yeah.
situations, but you could each get into this if you'd like, but what's one of the funniest road stories you have from those times?
Oh my God.
We're gonna let Ryan go first since the mic's already on him.
Well, funniest, I don't know, like,
You're trying to be PC, aren't you?
well, yeah, I mean, like, there's plenty of times at strip clubs with amazing
There's no
things.
need
How about
for any
your
of that.
hamster?
What was it?
Your hamster.
My hamster?
Yeah.
That wasn't on the road, though.
Okay.
Well, that was in the band days. I had an old Cadillac without air conditioning, and I had a hamster. It, like, dyed him pink. He ran around, and he kind of almost, like, passed of heat exhaustion. Well, he did. And so on his last leg, I couldn't extinguish his life, so I let him go inside of a McDonald's because I didn't really like McDonald's. And I figure there's somebody out there who's one day going to be like, how the hell did this bright pink hamster crawl behind the fryer or something like that? Yeah.
Oh my god.
But on the road though, like most of the time, like in a bus or RV, you don't use the toilet, so everyone goes in a. If you're traveling and you can't stop, you just go in a plastic bag and.
Plastic bag?
Yeah, and then
Talking about pooping?
yeah.
Oh my God, just hold it, bro.
No, not when like an 8 hour
16
journey.
hours in a bus? No.
And then you got to get rid of it.
You can't poop
And so
in
I
the
never
toilet.
littered, and I don't litter, but I did witness people huck it at a
out the window.
Usually it's speed limit signs.
Out of a moving bus.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as Dave Matthews, so I can tell you that. You know that story, right? The Dave Matthews one.
Oh my!
What's
You're
that?
gonna tell my Dave Matthews
No.
story?
They released their pooper over in Chicago, over Michigan Avenue on the bridge, and it soaked like a cruise boat of like people like taking it. They got sued for so much money. You gotta look into that story. It's ridiculous.
Well, Donna, I
know
want to
about
say that sounds really shitty.
Well, I was going to say it'd be interesting to be driving behind a tour bus and get smacked in the windshield with a bag of shit.
Yeah, they've had. I know they had a whole National Lampoon tour as Don't Panic.
Oh my
They were like,
god.
Well, I'm not going to tell that story. I'm going to tell a different story from not Don't Panic days.
Okay.
I was in a band called For the Record. We were touring, and I can't remember where we were. It was like Page, Arizona, or some little town out here. And we stopped at a gas station, and then we left, and we drove for about 3 hours. And then all of a sudden, the phone in the back seat starts ringing. We left our fucking bass player for 3 hours. Apparently, he fell asleep on the toilet in the gas station
Oh my God.
and left his phone on the seat in the back of the van. The funny part about all this is it was his van.
Oh my god.
And that's my story.
What? At least you weren't on like the Pennsylvania Turnpike where you had to drive 5 hours to turn around again or something.
He was just a bass player. It was fine.
We played the next 5 shows without him.
so asleep on the toilet for 3 hours.
Dude, I don't know.
It sounds like something you would do.
No, it does not.
No, it does.
I'm better than that. I'm not a bass player. I'm a guitar player now. I'm a changed man.
I changed my own.
Better person.
So I'll tell the National Lampoon's tour, vacation tour. It's somewhere. It's somewhere on our Instagram page. I guarantee. But so it started out. I had the worst idea ever, which was to rent a toy hauler, like a camper, but I didn't realize how big it was going to be. So when I showed up, this thing was like the size.
It was bigger than my house.
It
Yeah,
looked like it was
it-
like 20 feet tall or something from the picture.
It was insane. Like this thing, it was so difficult, but they hadn't serviced it before we left because they've lost my reservation. So we get to my house, we're loading everything in, we're trying all the bunks, making sure that everything works, and the bunk that's over the driver and passenger seat, it fails and starts sinking. So sinking on one side. So we had to go to Home Depot really fast, grab a 2x4, have them cut it to size, and we had to use that to make sure it didn't crush our drummer who was sitting in the passenger seat. So there was one bed that we couldn't use now. We couldn't even store stuff up there. So the next thing, we're on our way to California, and everything is going fine. We get to California, we make a hard turn out of Planet Fitness. We're like, what the hell was that noise? And we're like, we pull over, the fucking hubcap flew off.
Like in a movie.
We had
Like
to,
in a terrible
like,
movie,
rolled away. So we had to go retrieve it. So that was interesting. Then we get to where we're going. The generator fails because they forgot to put oil in it. And they're like, can you go get oil and put it in there? And I was like, no, because I don't know what type of oil to put in it. I don't want to blow up your generator. Like this was your responsibility. Have someone come out and put it in there. Anyways, they didn't. So we had to use this hot, giant bus to get us all over California, which was insanely difficult because, is it Santa Barbara? Not Ventura.
It was in Anaheim. Yeah, it was in Ventura.
It was in Ventura.
Yeah.
So the roads are very, very tiny. Like trying to get that thing anywhere was a nightmare. We ended up having to borrow a friend's Sprinter van to get us to one of the other shows because we were over this stupid honk of junk.
Yeah, we parked it in front of a hotel and we just stayed at the hotel.
Yeah, we ended up
drove it to the show.
Well, because like one of the days we went to go take it to a show, we were sitting in a parking lot just relaxing, waiting before the show, and we realized that there was like a colony of ants that was living underneath the driver's seat. So we had to take care of that situation. What was the next thing that
Something happened with Jesse.
The AC broke too.
Oh,
So the
yes.
generator broke, but then the AC broke.
So we're riding around in a sweltering RV,
Yeah.
massive RV. Nobody could sleep because it was too hot during the day. Then we're finally going home with this stupid fucking RV. And we start driving and we start driving. Then the radio gave out. Wait.
The radio gave out, and then it started raining.
Like torrential downpour.
And it's the first time we used the wipers, and the fucking thing flies off.
The wiper flew off.
So we had to pull the metal thing forward, and it looked like a spitting narwhal.
Narwhal.
Whatever. Yeah, the whole rest of the tour, way home, it was.
The pop out started leaking. There was water everywhere by the time we got back.
Yeah.
So we did a compilation of all of the video, and we put it to the National Lampoon's theme song. So it's somewhere online. I'm not sure where it is, but
Which you can find on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok.
.com.
it was that tour was a freaking nightmare.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyways, we're not renting anything anymore.
I don't blame you there. Gosh.
My God. I kind of want to write a review for that place, like outlining everything that happened.
I already
do it in
told
like
you,
a,
just post a video.
like a funny way. Like,
Yeah. Thank you for bringing us closer together.
I mean,
Sales.
unless I would definitely rent from this place if you like riding through a monsoon and your windshield wiper flies off.
Do you want to rough it? Do you want to go camping and you want to rough it? Rent one of our RVs.
Just like luxury? You want more problems in your life? We got this situation for you. Come on in.
Not only can we make sure that the generator fails, but the air conditioning will also fail.
Make sure you bring your safety wood.
You safety wood?
Yeah.
What the hell is safety wood?
It's the beam that covers the,
We had a
the
big old
prop
tube
up.
of, yeah.
We had to go to Home Depot and have them cut a 2x4 to hold up the bunk bed that
Is above the driver and the
is
passenger.
above the driver and the passenger. So
Safety wood doesn't sound like that.
Safety wood doesn't sound right.
anyways, it was a
Safety wood sounds like a PC version of stunt cock.
okay.
Stunt cock.
Well, you never seen Orgasmo? That shit's hilarious.
No.
Anyway,
Great movie.
yeah. Mormon missionary becomes a porn star. It's the guys from South Park made it. You've never
that makes
seen
sense.
it?
No.
We'll watch it
It's
later.
hilarious.
I don't want to sound like a or whatever, but Depeche Mode's a pretty sweet band.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that we're here to advertise that movie for him.
Oh, God. Well, Jeffrey, you told me that you started recording music on your own because you got tired of hearing the laziness of other musicians.
That is correct. Very
Yes.
eloquently said. A majority of everything I do, that's brought me to where I am is because of that. I was never a singer in a band, but I got tired of singers. And then I became a singer of a band just because I was over it. And then the band I was singing for is how I met Dylan. We rehearsed across the hall from each other. It's full circle. So,
Nice.
yeah.
It's, like Angus Young and AC/DC, they're very proud of the fact that all their albums sound the same, which is actually rather boring.
Yeah.
But even for a cover, you guys take a chance and expand the sound, and I'm specifically talking about Army of Me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a Bjork song. And man, it's it's so different from what you guys have done in the past, but it's undeniably Don't Panic. Just that swampy,
Yeah.
laid back groove, man. And again, your cover blows the original out of the water.
I don't know.
I appreciate it, but yeah,
Yeah.
we're all big Bjork fans, so we're like,
Yeah, every song we've covered, it's been kind of nerve-wracking because these are bands that we really, really look up to and really enjoy listening to on a regular basis.
yeah, we don't do what a lot of these other bands do, where they cover what they think is going to pop off. We cover songs from our past that we enjoy. And when I see we, I think it's about 95% me, but
No, we enjoy them all. There's one she's not a huge.
I forced Dylan to do some stuff she doesn't want to do.
We don't need to talk about that on camera.
No, it's
Ew!
ew,
No, that makes it
gross,
sound
dude.
weird.
Not that. No, she did not want to do the Weezer song whatsoever.
No, absolutely not.
And a lot of people like
What
that
song
one.
was this?
The world has turned and left me here.
It's just lyrically, she couldn't really get behind it and do what she normally does. She
Well-
pulled it off.
I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of Weezer, so.
All right, this interview's over. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Man, that's how long it takes. This interview's over.
I mean, they're a good band. They just I don't think I've ever. Maybe I bought their album when they. I don't know.
But like the Portishead cover over, that's like one of everyone's huge inspirations for this band. It's kind of when people ask what we sound like, we kind of say like it's like a heavier Portishead, which I don't know if they would appreciate that or not.
Angry
but-
Portishead.
Angry
Angry
Portishead.
Portishead,
Angry Portishead. But yeah, those covers pretty much started leading to like the newer tones that we've been using, the heavier riffs, like still kind of like not doom and sludgy, but like really detuned down and as low as we can with it being audible. And we can go lower.
Barely audible.
Yeah, barely audible. But yeah,
They
it's
do a good job of making it.
definitely led to a slew of new writing and kind of been trying to release the covers before we release more new original music that we do. So it's kind of, if people have noticed, it'll be kind of, we'll do a couple covers and release a couple original songs and sometimes a couple covers and some new songs, and they'll all get compiled together in a beautiful album or deluxe album.
The hell? If
The
it
best
co-
album ever. Best album
There's
ever.
only one album, the best album ever.
China.
What was that? China.
Stop.
I don't do a very good
For
Trump
the record,
impression.
buy the record. China.
Don't
Join us.
stop.
I do a horrible impression of Trump.
Everyone does. Trump does a horrible impression of Trump. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
You gotta. You gotta.
I would like to clarify that we do not back Edie parties or
Oh, no.
lean any way. We just think it's all hilarious and everyone sucks.
Exactly.
Him pretty much.
Yeah.
You've got to manage. I will sympathize and if you complain once more, return only as if you complain once more, return only as you're right. There's nothing wrong. Self-sufficient, please, and get to work. If you complain once more, return only as if you complain It's too exhausting. If you complain once more, you'll be done all for me. If you complain once more, you'll be done all for me. If you complain once more, you'll be done all for me. If you complain once more, you'll be done
Let's talk about you mentioned recording, nowadays, especially after the pandemic and all that. I mean, which would you much? God damn, I can't speak today.
Got a case of the Ryan.
Hey, wait, don't be flustered. We like you. Just keep going.
Which
I'm
would
proud of you.
Much rather do? Would you much rather be recording in a big, sound room, or do you enjoy scaling down a little bit?
It honestly depends on what we're doing. Like for drums and stuff like that, I like a big studio. But for everything else, I am fine here in my little room. And like Dylan and I, we like to record like secluded nomads. Sometimes we work together when we record, but most of the time she's like, "Go away." So I have to, she'll record her takes, and they're always great, and then I have to go out there and delete all her fingernail clicking sounds.
Well, I'm not an engineer.
I know, but
It's been working better since you've been coming over and
Yes,
recording,
yes.
or I record here.
but it was hilarious. Like
Look at
the very first EPs, like most of the work I did was deleting fingernail noises on the
keyboard. Well, you hit spacebar to stop the recording.
I know, but you were so angry about it.
I was like, really?
Yeah, it's like the loudest noise I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, yeah.
The
I mean-
militant nail clacking.
Yeah, nail clickety clacking. I mean, we do some recording out here in Arizona at Premiere Studios, or it's just Premiere
Premiere.
Studios. Yeah, which with our buddy Jeremy Parker. He's got a wonderful studio out here with a giant drum room, and we love recording with him to do drums. Like I end up engineering it, but we just end up working together because he's just one of those kind of guys, and he just tells us stories about Pantera and Mudvayne and all the bands
Evanescence.
because he was the original engineer on that Evanescence album that popped off, the original one.
Yeah.
And so we always, give him credit for it, but we make fun of him for it all the time.
Yeah. It's a Grammy-winning.
Yeah, Grammy-winning,
Grammy?
Grammy-winning engineer trapped in Arizona.
I mean, that sums it up.
This place is a black hole. Sometimes you can't escape it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't mean to be that. That was pretty dark. It was scary. Jesus.
Some dark places, Jeffrey.
Yeah, dark places.
I mean, dark humor is kind of your thing, so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, if we're not making fun of each other, the other people, then it doesn't mean we really like them.
Yeah. What you
fair.
said, but the right
Poking
way.
fun in a happy way. Loving way, I guess. Butthole.
You're a butthole.
Yeah, welcome to the party, Don.
Well, I can't wait to see you guys perform live.
Yeah, so our
And man,
personalities
wow.
on stage are completely different than our actual personalities.
Let the interviewer finish his sentence.
No, that's what I do. I just cut people off and talk over them.
Don't do that.
This is
sorry,
factual.
Don.
He does do that.
I'm sorry, Don. Go ahead.
I'm working on it.
Work on it right now.
We can see that.
Right now. So what's up, Don? Go ahead.
The whole sentence.
But one of the songs I can't wait to see you perform live is Paranoid Android. Man, that song just fucking rocks.
That one is a motherfucker
Yeah.
live.
It's like 6.5 minutes long of Jeffy and I just like,
Yeah.
and the riffage on it. It's what Jeffy recomposed that whole song, and like to have that riff come out. I mean, I think the original chord progression is like a 27 like note changes,
Something like
and
that.
like just trying to. That was like one of the first songs I learned like in the band. I was like, what the fuck am I having to wrap my head around? And
Yeah.
it's fun. It's a lot of fucking fun. And then it goes into like black metal at the end.
I love
Her vocals.
I love that song because of my favorite part is when it comes out of like the nice, soft, peaceful, oohs and ahs, and then it goes right into like double bass.
Yeah,
and
it's-
it's like makes me laugh every single time because it is so ridiculous.
So he asked me a question a few days ago over text about that song in particular.
Yeah.
And he was like, is the kicks real on that song? And I said, well, no. With a lot of the covers, we said we weren't going to talk about this, but I don't really care. I'm going to talk about it. We program a lot of the drums, right? So it's the drummer we have that plays with us live, Noah, who's kind of in the band. I don't know how to
Yeah,
really...
he floats around.
Yeah,
he's in like 12 bands,
Yeah.
so he can't exactly commit.
Yeah, well, whatever. The man of our lives, the man that we love, Noah, he actually plays that shit live.
Yeah.
Like, he can actually do it, no triggers. He just
Yeah.
does it. And it's like,
And he plays it like a freaking animal. Like,
Yeah.
and he's laughing the entire time, like maniacally.
his attitude and personality, like you'll see one day. He's an amazing human. Very dry sometimes,
Yeah.
but straight to the point.
Amazing photographer, great bass player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the photos that we've done in the past, or they've done in the past, Noah's done, helped out, be a part of different things, different shoots.
Yeah, he directed Fly Into the Sea, and then he was an extra in
Eyes
Eyes on Fire.
And now he's in the last photo shoot that we did, because now we have updated photos of
All
the
of
new-
us, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I told him, I said, you're going to be in the photos. He's like, well, I'm not in the band. I was like, yeah, come on. You're coming.
We call him the Timu Ryan Reynolds.
Timu Ryan.
You're in the
Reynolds.
band today.
But yeah, having him play that live, like he's just the hardest part with him is having him to like tone things down a little bit and not like go more and more and more, because his ability is
Yeah,
just
he is
insane.
very good. He's a very good drummer.
And he's an amazing bass player too. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what?
So you could tell we like him a little bit.
Yeah.
Ah!
So to answer your question, yes, that song's really fun to play live.
We've played it several times at shows, and it definitely goes over well.
I think people,
You're doing great.
and in the beginning, beginning, beginning.
Oh my god.
That guy. Never mind. Whatever. If it went over your head, it went over your
Start from the
head.
top.
You're not on Instagram enough. Anyways,
No, I'm not.
so when we first started playing the song, I think people recognize it, but they're not exactly sure where they know it from until the vocals kick in. And then I see like a bunch of people's like eyes light up and they start singing along with it. And yeah, so it's pretty neat. That one's kind of cool.
Let's talk a little bit about your production there, Jeffrey.
Oh,
And you seem to be constantly growing, and I don't know if it's you're not happy sometimes with the sound of a tune, but you remixed "Time Machine," which we started the show off with, by the way. And
Oh.
what
all right.
what brings about a remix?
Well, I have to tell you, if you're in a band and you're a musician and you're happy with the way anything sounds, you're doing it wrong. Like you should always be trying to strive to be better. And I mean, because at the end of the day, we're all trying to create a product that we're proud of, that other people can connect to on a personal level, right?
Yeah.
And if I'm satisfied with something, like if I'm completely like everything about this is perfect, then I've already lost the battle. Like it's not a good mix. You know what I mean? There has to be something about it that's going to bother me to give it that real artifact. Like I don't know. I'm not going to drop any band names because I think that's bad. But there's bands out there that have these mechanical, perfect sounding records. And they get one playthrough, even though they're a great band. They get one playthrough, and that's it. I'm like, oh, cool songs, good job. Your computer did great. You know what I mean? Like, not that it doesn't take talent to do that, because it does. But I feel like for us, if we have a solid thing going on and we're happy, we've already failed.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like a type of you have to know when to just like let it. Otherwise, you'll end up overwriting it.
Look, you got to know when to fold them.
And know when to hold them.
Yeah.
But the ability, it's kind of cool. It's not even like a remix. It's more like reimagined because it's changed around, not structurally, but like the whole.
The vocals are completely the same.
Yeah, but the sound of everything else and the riffs, it changes it, and the ability to be able to go back and do something like that. It's kind of ironic because of the lyrical content of it being Time Machine, but being able to re-release it and put it out as something new I think for fans it's something kind of cool. They can hear it one way and hear it another way.
And we'll do it again.
We probably will.
Yeah.
We'll release Time Machine again in 10 years as alien zip zap music.
Probably.
Or whatever genre is popular.
Maybe we should just make that a thing. Like every 2 years we update
Time
Time
Machine?
Machine?
Yeah, because it's Time Machine. We can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you describe your writing style? What do you start off with? The melody, the lyrics, the groove?
It's so dumb. Usually I sit here and I make a synth. And I screw around with it till I like the noise it makes. And then I just sit there and tap on crap until it makes sense. And then I grab a guitar and play over it. And then I'll write the drums, and that's pretty much. I think that's how I've been doing it lately. I will take inspiration from things I enjoy, like not like a theft kind of thing, but like an homage type thing. And with the newer material, I have been using. I want to make sure I say this properly because every time I've told people this, they think I'm talking about the movie Dune. But I'm talking about the video game soundtrack for Doom.
Mick Gordon.
Mick Gordon.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, dude, I'm really been trying to write stuff like Doom. And they're like, oh, yeah, dude. Like with the violins and stuff, right? No.
Or they think stoner rock, like doom metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the reason. I think right before I joined the band, Jeffy and I were talking about music and inspiration and taste, and we're all over the place with what we like. And
yeah, I like good stuff. He doesn't.
We were both talking about like how rad the Doom soundtrack and how Mick Gordon is, and like all the semitones and the different interesting guitars.
Yeah. Ryan likes really bad movies.
What?
Yeah, I just wanted to put it out there.
What? We're not going there right now.
Yeah. So he made us. Well, I'm gonna say us. I wasn't there because I've already seen it, but he made us all watch the Last Samurai. Have you ever seen that movie, Don?
I haven't yet.
No.
The Last
even
Samurai.
bother.
It's an old movie, and it's basically like just a white dude who becomes a samurai and then takes over,
Colonizes.
colonizes, It's not
appropriates.
that's not what it is, but it just that's like if you had a brain cell in your head, you're like, okay.
We
It's
would
the-
have
it's the
stopped
same-
watching it, but the commentary that I was getting in my ear of like,
from me.
yeah, it was worth it in general. It's like, oh my God, this again? Like, oh, here comes
So-
white man to save everybody.
Essentially, it is like white man goes native. Like that is the
Yeah.
premise. Just like Avatar, just like Dances with Wolves, just like The Last Mohican, just like The Last Mohican. He was
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
no, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, there's always a woman that there's always a love interest, and they always end up together or whatever. I don't know
She's gonna say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't.
that. But The Last
Don't-
Samurai was
don't-
very creepy.
Yes, it was.
The imagery was cool, and that's about it. I've never seen it, and I was like, oh, I'll give it a whirl. I could have sworn Jeffy said it's a great movie. But he probably did, but
I literally
cynically,
said, "Don't watch it."
I constantly we'll ask him for movie recommendations, TV shows to get on, and every time we watch them, it's great. Like Foundation and Silo, those are some rad shows that we really get into. But it usually takes a while to actually get to the recommendation. He's like, I called him the other day. He's like, "What's a good movie to watch?" He's like, "Well, I'm not even going to tell you because you're not going to watch it. You're going to watch something else, then
That's
watch
stupid.
watch what I told you to like 3 months later."
And that's what they did.
Yep.
Watch The Last Samurai.
Wasted 2.5 hours of our life.
Speaking of wasting time, sorry, Don, we just wasted a bunch of your time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and so lyrics and vocals, they do usually come last. This pretty much sums up the writing process. We do get sidetracked from time to time, but it always comes together at some point in the end.
So about the lyrics, I wanted to discuss songwriting style and the song "The Dreaming," your latest release here, or one of your latest releases. And man, not only the lyrics, but that bass tone. My God, I could listen to that, or I have listened to that just on repeat.
Yeah.
The bass tone is not just bass. That's basically.
Would you just wait till the mic?
Hello,
Don't,
microphone.
no, you don't need to do that.
So what you hear as the bass tone is primarily our guitars. What Jeffy wrote. So it started. That's why I was talking about going lower with the newer stuff. Been using 8-string guitars like he's always done, and those are just D2 and a half step. Nothing too crazy.
No, the 8-string guitars are
It's
not.
standard. Oh yeah, it
It's
is standard.
just drop E, yeah.
Yeah, but then that's still D2.
I like this. It's detuned, not down a half step. It's just detuned.
Copy.
It's a drop tune, yeah.
And then for the baritones,
Yeah, what are they tuned to?
what are they doing?
I know what they're tuned to, Don. I just want to see if he does.
They're basically 14 steps down from a
Good
normal
Lord, you
guitar.
don't even know.
Double drop C is what I call it.
It's not drop anything. It's C sharp standard and an octave down. So if you were to drop your guitar down to C sharp, then take another octave down, it's basically a short scale bass.
Yeah, with 6 strings.
Yeah. And
Nice.
it's sounds like an angry buzzsaw. Yeah, I fucking love it.
So the new stuff we've been working on is primarily all that. Same with like Time Machine. You can hear a little taste of it with that, but there's more stuff in the works that's just freaking rad.
Freaking
Excellent.
rad.
Freaking radical.
Freaking wad.
By the firelight, he watched me like a sentinel, and his grip grew tighter. eyes grew brighter, like you never seen in the dark before. So bring me back to the dreamland. Oh, bring me back to the dreamland. I'm not a fortress burning down. The statue erodes. This is all I wanted. A fortress burning down. This statue erodes. Death is not my purpose. This is not my purpose. Fortress burning down. This statue erodes. This is all I wanted. A fortress burning down. This statue erodes. This is not my purpose.
So, what are the future plans here of Don't Panic? What do you
Maybe
got in
lunch?
store for us?
Lunch?
Yeah, maybe
Ryan
lunch.
said lunch.
Oh my
That's
God.
a good idea, though. Yeah,
Okay,
I like
so
lunch.
I'm gonna take a quote from a movie poster that we were gonna release, but that lineup ended up falling apart, so we didn't use the movie poster. But
The quote.
the quote is, "In the future." Wait, what was that?
I would think it was in the future, ... I think that was it.
No.
No.
No?
Oh,
Nothing.
okay. In the future, the only certainty, right,
Yeah, the only certainty is uncertainty.
is uncertainty.
Yeah.
The only thing certain in the future
Is uncertain.
is
But
uncertainty.
you're just saying it wrong.
I don't know what. I can't remember what it said.
In the future.
Yeah.
You're talking about it, boy, all wrong.
The only thing certain.
It's uncertainty. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, we're actually in our 40s. We're not in our teens.
Mentally,
Anyways.
it's a whole different thing, though.
But yeah, what the future holds is we have we're obviously releasing Time Machine February 4th, but we have 3 covers we're working on right now. One is completely done, and the other 2 we're actually having guest vocals on. And once those are done, we're planning on releasing those. And then we have 6 new songs that need lyrics and vocals
Yeah.
that are ready to go.
So again, we are going to bend our genre to a new, uncertain
T.
T.
I won't say what the covers are yet, but the covers, it's JP had a cool idea. We're pretty much taking songs like from that we like from movies from like the 80s, early 90s, and yeah, you'll see.
The
they'll come up.
80s nostalgic songs from
Yeah.
those pop culture movies.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sound.
So we'll see.
really
We'll see
cool.
how it comes out.
That's the beautiful thing, Don. You have to. You have to wait.
We are clearly not serious,
We're not
and,
okay.
and our personalities are very, you know, I don't know.
We're doing great.
Yeah, but yeah, all the new songs. It's kicking off with the tones and the likeness of the Time Machine reimagined.
Yeah.
Good job, bro.
So if you want to hear more of that, just wait longer.
Excellent.
It's on the way.
Was there any particular message that you'd like to give to the fans that are listening?
I do.
Dude, get in there.
I just wanted to say that to our current fan base, like we really appreciate all the love and support that we've been getting recently, and we want to thank Peanut Butter Friends who have been helping us with our social media. Anyways, we're working with this really fantastic group of people who, you know, are you know very good with what they do when it comes to social media and kind of direction with that respect. So yeah, we want to thank Peanut Butter Friends, Helmet, of course, because you know he.
Yay! We're miming at her.
Oh,
We're
okay.
like-
Anyways, so yeah, Helmet has been a huge help. Super easy to work with. Wolf Entertainment has been, you know, like one of the easiest distribution companies we've worked with. Yeah. So very professional. Love
He's
him.
the best.
He is the best. He's so sweet too. And yeah, just want to thank our fan base because we wouldn't be making money right now if it weren't for you guys.
Yeah,
So,
thanks, Mom and Dad.
I don't have a mom and dad.
No, my mom and dad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Grandma Jan
Grandma
Grandma Jen.
Yeah.
and Senior.
Yeah, I would also like to thank both of our fans. Thank you so much. No, I'm kidding.
Do they have a shirt yet or no?
No.
No.
They're not fans.
Oh yeah, we got some new merch coming on the way too.
Do we?
Yeah, new merchandise. Well, last night we're rolling and folding, Ranger rolling all the new hoodies and shirts, hats, fanny packs. There's unique stuff you can get on our website. You can pretty much custom order, like print individually for you. But at the shows, you can get our new merchandise, or we're gonna try to have a link to a new web store coming up.
Yeah.
What is this website?
Oh, don'tpanictheband.com.
.com.
.com. Wow, that was
Goddamn right.
that was a lot.
Don'tPanicTheBand.com.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Robins, Dylan Rowe, and Ryan Head. Don't panic. Thank you. That was so much fun. A group of idiots who are fanatical about music will always have a blast. Check out don'tpanictheband.com for show dates, merch, and more. Don't Panic, as well as all other Wolf Entertainment artists, can be found at wolfentertainment.de. Click on the catalog section where you will find links to all the music for streaming, but also for downloading, which I strongly encourage you to do. Streaming is cool and convenient, but the only way these artists make any real money, and still isn't much, is for you to download. Put some money in these artists' pockets. They more than deserve it. I would like to thank you for joining me on this episode of What's My Name? My name is Don Bown. I'm here to remind you that music is the spice of life, so don't be so damn bland.